Myself, S. Sudhakar, working as assistant professor in the Department of ECE, NPR College of Engineering and Technology, Attam Dindikkal. So, in this semester, I am going to take that subject is EC 8491 Communication Theory. The unit 1 title is Amplitude Modulation System. So, before entering the first unit, first going to discuss course objective and course outcome. So initially, the course name is Communication Theory. Course objective is students should be able to understand the concept of various analog modulation and their spectral characteristics. So here, and the second major objective is student able to understand the properties of random process. Student should know the effect of noise on communication systems, and student to study the limits set of information theory. And the unit 1 title is amplitude modulation. So what is amplitude modulation? Amplitude parameter is variable, frequency and phase parameter is constant, right? So that is a concept. So in this unit, going to discuss types of amplitude modulation. What are the types available? Double sideband suppressed carrier, double sideband full carrier, single sideband suppressed carrier, vestigial sideband modulation. These are the types of amplitude modulation is available in these units. After discussing, we go for AM generation. AM generation means how to generate AM signal, how to detect the AM signal. AM generation, different types: square law modulator, switching modulator, and AM detection. AM detection means here AM detection, and after that balanced ring modulator, SSB generation, and filter and phase shift method, and finally we will discuss VSB generations in these units. So these are the entire amplitude modulation, generation and detection comes under the category of amplitude modulation units. And unit 2 title is angle modulation. So what is angle modulation? The combination of frequency modulation and phase modulation is called as angle modulation. So what is frequency modulation? What is phase modulation? Frequency modulation means frequency parameter is variable, and phase modulation means phase parameter is variable. So apart from that, we will discuss types of FM. What is narrowband FM? What is wideband FM? How to generate narrowband FM? How to generate wideband FM? How to analyze the wideband FM signals? And finally, we will discuss FM modulation types: direct FM and indirect method generation, and finally demodulation of FM signals. And unit 3 title is random process. So what is random process? So random process means in random process is playing major role in communication system, right? So randomly adding the noise in this channel, we cannot predict this noise. There is a random process. So what is random variable and what is random process? What is stationary process, and what is how to calculate mean, how to calculate correlation? So what is covariance? What is power spectral density? What is ergodic process? What is cosine process? So these are the topics comes under the category of random process. And unit 4 title is noise characterization. Unit 4 title is noise characterization. So in this unit, what is noise? Noise is an unwanted signal. What is noise? Noise is an unwanted signal. So in this unit, classification of noise. What are the classification? Majorly two classification: internal noise and external noise, right? So sources of noise and how to calculate noise figure, and how to calculate the noise bandwidth, and how to calculate the noise in cascaded system. These are the parameter we have derived and analyzed in these units. And unit 5 title is sampling and quantization. What is sampling and quantization? For our having analog signal is converted into digital manner. There are 3 stage process. The first stage process is sampling, second stage process is quantization, third stage process is encoding. So here sampling means discrete time signal is converted into discrete amplitude signal. Quantization is nothing but discrete amplitude signal is converted into discrete time signal is converted into discrete amplitude signal, right? Here low pass. Here in this unit, what is aliasing, how to signal reconstruction. So what is quantization? What are the types of quantization? So how to calculate quantization noise, and finally compounding methods. So these are the topics we will study in this unit, sampling and quantization. So finally, there are two major textbooks are referred in the entire 5 units. For first one is J.G. Prokes and the Fundamental of Communication Systems, and second one is Simon Hacking, Communication Systems. Next, introduction about communication. So what is communication? Exchange the information from one device to another device, one person to another person. That is called as communication. So many types of communication: analog communication, digital communication, wired communication, wireless communication, satellite communications, optical communication. Different types of communications are there. So in this unit, we will discuss analog communications, right? Analog communications. So what is communication? The process of sending and receiving the messages. So look at the diagram. The basic element of any communication system: modulator, channel, and demodulator. Modulator, channel, and demodulator. Three major blocks. What is modulator? So modulator input is analog message. The output of the modulator is transmitted message. So that transmitted message is input to the channel. The output of the channel is received signal. The output of the channel is received signal. That received signal is which is given to demodulator. Received signal is which is given to demodulator. The demodulator output is recovered message. Demodulator output is recovered message. So demodulator means the process of separating the message signal and carrier signal. And next, why we go for modulation? What is the need for modulation? So major 5 parameters. First one is transmit the signal over a long distance without loss of information. That is a major point. Transmit the signal over the long distance without loss of information. Ease of radiation, reduction in height of antenna, improve the quality of reception to avoid interference. These purpose only we go for modulation. Without modulation means we can transmit and receive the information only short distance communication purpose only. With the modulation, we can transmit the information, receive the information, long distance communication purpose. There is a major difference between with the modulation and without modulation. And next, wireless communication. So wireless communication involves the transmission of information over a distance without help of wires, cable, or any other form of electrical conductors. So wireless communication means mainly focusing without help of wires. That is a concept. Here transmission mode 3 classifications. One is simplex mode, and second one is half duplex, and third one is full duplex. So we will discuss one by one. So what is simplex transmission is nothing but data flow only one direction only. Right? Look at the diagram. First one, there is a sending arrow direction only, receiving point towards the receiving point. So data flow only one direction. So example, AM broadcasting, FM broadcasting. And second one is half duplex transmission. So data can flow either direction. Sender sending the information, receiver receive the information, after that resend the information. That is a full duplex mode. Not simultaneously. After receiving, then sending. So not simultaneous process. And full duplex transmission, data can transmit and receive the information simultaneously. So example, full duplex mobile communication, and half duplex transmission example is walkie-talkie. And next, our first topic is principles of amplitude modulation. Principles of amplitude modulation. Already we know that what is amplitude modulation. So amplitude parameter is variable, frequency and phase is constant. That is amplitude modulations. And AM modulator having 2 input, 1 output. The first input is low frequency information signal. The information signal is nothing but our message signal, like audio signal, video, image, picture, etc. And input 2 is a high frequency carrier signal. Input 2, high frequency carrier signal of constant amplitude. High frequency carrier signal of constant amplitude, that is a supporting signal. So here, so message travel from one device to another device, one person to another person with the help of carrier signal only, because the carrier signal is a supporting signal. It is a high frequency signal. The high frequency signal carrying one place to another place, carry the message signal from one place to another place. Message from one place to another place. And here the voice frequency range of AM is 300 to 3000 Hz. Very, very important point. 300 to 3000 Hz. And next, that is a functional diagram of AM modulation. So AM modulator having two input, one input is modulating signal and another input is a carrier signal. The output of the AM modulator is modulated RF signal. We take the spectrum, look at this diagram, that is a spectrum, modulated wave, AM modulated wave spectrum is like this, right? And next this first look at the diagram. First one is a carrier wave, second one is a modulating wave, that means message wave, and finally is a modulated wave. So carrier means the amplitude is entirely constant, that is a high frequency signal, it is a supporting signal. And second one is a modulating wave, here amplitude is variable, it is a low frequency signal. And third one is a mixing of carrier and modulating wave. Mixing of carrier and modulating wave, that is a AM modulated signal. So look at the diagram. Third one is a AM amplitude modulated wave, that is a mixing of carrier and message wave. So major advantages of AM. The first one is coverage area of AM receiver is wider than FM. Coverage area is high when comparing FM, and AM is a long distance propagation. Signal broadcasting area coverage is higher when comparing FM, and AM circuit is simple than FM. So major drawback and disadvantage of AM is signal of AM is not stronger than FM, and second one is noise interference occur in AM. So AM mainly focusing AM is long distance propagation. So that is a concept. And AM broadcasting, that is a live applications, AM broadcasting. So in this diagram consists of microphone, mixer, oscillator, amplifier, antenna. So what is the function of microphone? There is a transducer. So receiving transducer is a device which converts one form of energy into another form of energy. That is a concept. And mixer means mixing of two signals. That is a concept. And oscillator means which generates the carrier signal. That is a function of oscillator. And what is the function of amplifier? Amplifying the weak signal, which is signal strength is increased, after that pass it through the antenna. Antenna means transmitting and receiving the information. That is a transducer antenna. Here in microphone, audio frequencies which is given to first input of mixer, and second input is oscillator. Oscillator output is carrier signal, which is second input to the mixer. The output of the mixer is radio frequency AM signal. That AM signal is after amplification, which is transmitted through the antenna. So here this is AM applications. So audio frequency and carrier signal mixing, after mixing, that is a radio frequency AM signal. After amplification, which is transmitted through the antenna. So antenna broadcasting the signal, that is a EM wave signal. So receiver receiving the AM signal and hearing the songs. There is a major application of amplitude modulation. So in this topic, summary of this topic is what is amplitude modulation, what's the need for amplitude modulations, and here major advantages and disadvantages and application of amplitude modulation, and finally we have discussed one application, that is a AM broadcasting applications, right? So these are summary points, and we will discuss next topic in this next video lecture. Thank you.